Hello, my beautiful people. This is Anna Sharif. Season's greetings to each and every one of us. So today I want us to talk about an organization that I just came across on Al Jazeera. I was watching Al Jazeera and a video popped up about Sierra Leone, and I decided to watch it. The title itself was Sierra Leone Husband School. I was sitting there wondering, I never knew they have a husband school in Sierra Leone. But this school was created by the organization called Fambul Initiative Network for Equality, and it was founded by Reverend George. That is the name of the CEO and the founder. And its aim is to educate men on gender violence issues, reproductive health. Because, most of the time we focus on women when it comes to reproductive health. But this particular organization decided to focus on the men and educate them on how to be better husbands to their wives, better fathers to their children, on gender issues, gender equality. And there are a lot of people right now, volunteers who are teaching, going into the rural areas and teaching these men. But while I was watching this video, I'm sitting there scratching my head. Why is it not all over the country? Why are they just focusing on rural areas? But I'll come back to that. I believe it's because of funding. However, let us take a look at what this organization is about. And one of the teachers, a volunteer, Pidia Aliu, we're going to see how he started interacting with these men.
These 50 or so men find themselves in a school class once again. But this time it's a little different. This is a husband school. Facilitator Joseph Pidia teaches the men how to become better husbands to their wives. The subject, domestic rape and violence, is normally taboo in Sierra Leone. Joseph Pidia's motivation to run this husband school is very personal.
In my village, a wife of a woman was raped. Instead of the people support her, the woman, they give their support to her, protect her, they all feel rather blaming her that she was violated because of her own fault.
The course on how to become a good husband takes about half a year with 3 sessions per month, and the message seems to get across.
This workshop will benefit me to stop all past mistakes and bring development in my family.
It's the first session in Konabu, and Joseph Pidia directs a role-playing session. The idea? Men put themselves in their wives' shoes.
We all believe say we the man they will pass the woman then. They don't hear what they do. Who that they make the room? Woman. Jawile. The professor time. For one water. For give money. Chop money. For cook. Who that they cook? For serve me. I want it. Who that they serve me? Na woman. 11, 12, 13. So that day they no more. They are what the work hard, yeah? But what does he say? The woman had 13 different activities, 13 different work you do, while the man do 9. But it finally, then you work about past 3. But only that we still remind it, we say, we all work a heavy pass there.
That's a woman, not a married woman. I'm on the top. You come and find a woman to make you come and find. Now, woman, you mama now.
Yes, my beautiful people, as we just saw, some of these videos you're going to see are from Al Jazeera, also from the Voice of Salon channel on YouTube, and the Fambul Initiative Network on YouTube as well. So please check them out. Subscribe to their channels and subscribe to mine too. And, I would love to encourage everyone, not just the men, to go on YouTube and learn and educate yourself. Because by God, most of our educated men, not all, because we have some few good men. but they had to come about, who treat their wives like egg. But for those who still have this mental set that women is beneath them, women is a drum that they should be beating on all the time, women's issue doesn't count, I encourage you to go to the website and watch these videos, educate yourself, because YouTube is a great tool for education. It's a great learning place. I've learned a lot on that website. I keep wondering why this initiative is not across the country, because like I said, some of our men need to be educated, because the reason I'm being is, I've heard a colleague of mine tell me, when an African man talk, we don't want the woman to speak. So I stopped him. I said, I'm not your woman. I'm your colleague. Even at work, sometimes they forget. So we need an initiative here too. So this is the reason why I'm talking about it. I'm encouraging you guys to go on YouTube and watch it. Because we got some men who feels like when they talk, the woman should not talk back. Still in this country that we live in. So thank you to Fambul Initiative Network for creating this husband school to educate these men. And I'm also encouraging that we give a donation. Give your charity, donate to this organization, because charity too is part of the scriptures, and you can be blessed. It's not about just tithe and offering, donating money to churches that have forgotten about talking about marriage itself, about the importance of the institution of marriage, because they are so afraid that their church members are going to go, or the tithe and offering is going to disappear. So let us now start to focus our attention on organizations like this, on programs like this that are promoting our communities. They are doing good for our communities. So let us now start to promote them. I'm a mother and I have a son. I'm thinking, and I've educated him, that a woman is not trash. A woman is not something you should be beating on. Women are valued, because if you respect your mother, trust me, you respect another woman. We have become, or we've always been, a society or a community of focusing only on the girls, on preparing them for marriage, how to be good wives to their husbands, childbearing. And we have neglected on teaching our boys, our men, that rape is never the answer. You should never lay your hands on someone just because of the way they are dressed. Because there are some people who actually have the audacity to blame the woman and say it is your fault that you got raped. And even some women, just because they were not the ones who were raped. But my question to them is, how was that 5-year-old, 6-year-old girl dressed when she was raped? Or the boy? Because it is not just the girls who are being raped. Boys are being raped too. And we have seen the initiative by our First Lady, Hands Off Our Girls. How about those children who has nothing to entice the men in the first place, but they are still being raped? How were they dressed? So this is the reason why I'm happy that the husband school have included our boys into this program, teaching them on how to respect their female counterpart. So let us take a look at how they are contributing as well, and the education they're getting from it.
My name is Kefala Jisu, student of Miss Commercial Senior Secondary School here at Kenema, and I'm a member of this Boys Club. The Boys Club really is a club we form for we synthesize people them, pattern it for and create a set space for women and girls them. Now this part of the country.
Yeah, that is one that women are and forcefully sex with her.
The play now be just about no to sex for grade. Because one, if you can see some of the teachers, them right being a no to sex for grade, and we have no to teenage pregnancy, female genital malnutrition, and it's so common in schools between the gap from the teachers to the gap beginning. So we decide for act display, and we don't act some the devotion. People they don't see say a really prohibited, a appalling. So we let them forget about that, and they play a focus essentially on that for let we sensitize people, then for let them know say no to sex for grade is prohibited and not fine.
What? You mean a teacher was having sex with you just because you failed an exam.
We don't learn, say, violence is not fine, violence is prohibited, and we don't really learn anything in it. And so, again, they really learn how to negotiate with the communities, them, how to settle disputes within the communities, because we are mediators them now for advise people them. So I believe say this now it's thing we Boys Club don't really do in our life.
Great initiative, my beautiful people. You know, this organization has been recognized internationally by the Global Leader Council for Reproductive Health. So if this organization has been recognized internationally, meaning they're doing good. This is the reason why I was encouraging everyone to donate money and go to the website and look at the videos and educate yourself, my beautiful people. You know, sometimes we have such abusive men, some not all, who, when they want to beat their wives, the anger boils in them. They don't even care or even recognize that their children are watching. They do it in front of the kids. When you choose to beat your wife, you're beating somebody else's mother, which is what Reverend George, the founder, spoke about. That is your children's mother. And when you, sometimes when they do it right before they picking them. And we get this saying, what do they say? How they see you the boy picking and see them, they treat them, mama. But then say grow up now, so then they go treat them with them. Then I begin ask who side the picking puller. Now from Unai. Because some of una so abusive that una not even care whether they picking they don't una they beat them mama them. And the transformation will take place from when the program start to now. A massive. So we're going to see both videos, how what in Reverend George say and how the transformation don't take place. But this organization don't create such an impact and they focus more. I come across an article by the Aspen Institute where say find trained volunteers, educators to teach men about harmful effect of rape, gender-based violence, teen pregnancy, female genital mutilation, which I am not gonna go there because I don't want to be beaten up. That one is a sensitive topic. We cannot go there yet. Find volunteers also encourage men to respect their wives' childbearing preferences, to care for them throughout pregnancy and childbirth, and to make sure they give birth in a hospital. Even in this country, there are some men who don't follow their wives to the hospital. They don't follow their girlfriends to the hospital. They don't follow nobody to the hospital. They tell you, I'm going to work. Children are a gift from God. We should cherish them. And you're telling God, I'm going to work when this woman is going to give birth to your child. This is the reason why I said every man need for educate themselves. Go on YouTube and watch them. Due to the impact that this husband school have created, this Aspen website states that the results have been dramatic in the villages. Find volunteers work. Rape and gender-based violence have declined by 50%. Maternal mortality has declined by more than 60% as well. Hospital births have increased by 75%. And contraceptive use has increased from 30% to 51%. That is massive. So I'm happy this organization is there, and I'm hoping that people can go search them up and donate to their organizations and donate to their website. Encourage people to watch. Please, when you watch this video, do not forget to subscribe on my website first and then go subscribe on their website. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let us take a look at what Reverend George said and how some of these men have transformed. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
When we started engaging men, we could ask the question, have you ever raised a hand against a woman? And you have close to about 80% or half the number of men there, to say, yes, I raised a hand against my wife. I raised a hand against my fiancé. I raised a hand against my spouse. And next question, do you feel justified having beaten her? Oh, yes, I felt justified. Can you do it again? Well, if she does it again, then I will do it again. These are some of the responses we get from men. And then the question goes back, and I'll ask the question, well, Good. But how many of you here will want a man to beat your mother? And guess what their reaction is? Oh no, Reverend, no man will beat my mother. No man will beat my mother. A man that touched my mother, you are in the hospital and I'll be in the prison. So my next question is, well, do you know that when you beat a woman, you are beating somebody else's daughter? Do you know that when you beat your wife, you're beating somebody else's mother?
I don't get time with you woman at all. Anytime I get small money, I go on the streets. I go use them, I go drink.
I've been a hide from you, woman. I've not been get better time with them. My time all on the streets have been a spender.
Me not be man, I not be the link with my family. I mean the hide. Really. But horseman school, the way where they train we. If you teach us then a pangmaya where they train we. What they tell we say, man, if for they with you woman. Man, if for they with you picking. If for they with your family.
But since I don't learn, I don't can get this training here. Now me I do everything in common. I know they left on a bush. A good day before me, Mr. Debiana. With the match foot to foot we can.
Woman, now him have been like you. The way you said they feel, if they don't do you bad, way they feel. So put yourself in that woman in position for say, if me them beat me, I the feel. If them treat me, I the feel. So if you know for say, all anything that wouldn't do you, and not go fit you, you say not supposed to do to the next person.